There is a 5-step boring but effective protocol which is going to help you to stop being a binge eater. I say this as someone who was a binge eater for years, so I know what it feels like, but I also know how to stop being a binge eater, and that's what I'm going to teach you. So let's get into step number 1. And so the first step is about getting a deeper understanding of what to eat. Because most people, they don't understand this or they ignore it, and that just makes quitting binge eating way harder. To understand this step and how you can use it in your life, I want you to think of your body like a car. And so a car needs fuel to move. But there's a type of fuel which can make the car move smoother, but there's also a type of fuel which can weaken the engine and eventually cause breakdowns and cause the car to be slower and ineffective. And for you, that fuel is food. There are certain types of food which can make you stronger, healthier, and happier. But there are also types of food which can weaken you, which can make you want to just eat more, and they can make you more susceptible to binge eating. And you want to avoid these types of foods. And these foods are usually highly processed foods. These foods, they are so engineered to just make you eat more, they don't actually make you full. And so the first step of this 5-step protocol is we need to eat whole food. Like we need to eat 100% whole foods. Whole foods are foods which are close to their natural state, as close as possible. I'm talking from rice to potatoes to beans to eggs to meat. Those are whole foods, and we want to eat whole foods. I can already hear you giving me your complaints and saying, "My blessing, I don't want to eat raw food because I have tried it before, or I live with my family and my family buys groceries, or I'm a busy person so I don't have time, or I don't know how to cook so I cannot cook raw foods." Whatever the reason, let's talk about your reasons. The first reason why you don't want to eat raw food is because you think you are a busy person and so you don't have time to cook. But who said you have to cook the whole food? Yes, because look, where I live in right now, I live in Zimbabwe, so it costs $1 to buy biscuits and a drink, and that can be lunch. But it also costs $1 to buy rice and chicken, and that can also be lunch. So even if you are busy, when you used to buy your biscuits and drink, you can just buy rice and chicken, and still that is a replacement. Right? If you don't have time to cook, you just buy, like I've just told you. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, all foods are expensive, but I've just done the math and you've just seen how that is not actually true. Now, you might be saying, "A blessing, I cannot eat raw foods because I don't like it. I cannot eat raw foods because I live with my family and my husband or my wife buys it. Oh, but blessing, I can't do this, but." You need to stop giving your buts, okay? The point is that whenever you have the option to eat something that is highly processed and something that is a bit healthier, I want you to always make the healthier choice. Now, let's talk about something that is also very important, which could absolutely wreck your entire progress if you mess this up. That is when you eat. If you eat too frequent, you're going to keep feeling full and you're going to think you're binge eating, and that is going to just mess up with your confidence. But if you eat too infrequent, you're going to be starving at the end of the day and you are going to mess up. And I'm telling you, meal timing and when you eat, it is so important. And if you mess this up, it's going to be harder to quit binge eating. And to show you how important this is, let me tell you about a personal story of mine. So when I was doing my A level, I was struggling with binge eating like a ton. And one thing that I tried to help me, because I also wanted to lose weight and stop eating at the same time, I tried to fast. And so I could go the whole day without eating, and then I would get to the end of the day, and then I would say, "Okay, I can eat now." Because I thought that if I fasted and I eat too little, then I was going to not overeat. But I remember this one day where I had saved up 2 plates from the day that I hadn't eaten. And I remember just eating them and just devouring them and getting through the first plate and just felt like, let me eat more. And I literally ate more until my back here started to hurt. Like when you get like back pain because of eating, that's when you know that you are like really overdoing it. And I'm telling you this story because I made that mistake because I didn't know when to eat. My meal timing was messed up. And that is why you just need to take meal timing so importantly. And that is also why I discourage binge eaters from fasting. Now, what is the correct meal frequency to avoid that binge eating episode that I had or which you keep having? Well, you simply eat 3 times a day. Yes, please, I am begging you, for the love of progress, for the love of whatever, I am begging you, stop skipping breakfast. Like, if you go to work, I want you to eat before going to work, I want you to eat at lunch, and I want you to eat at evening. You need to eat 3 times a day because it is that important. Meal timing is important. So far I've just told you to eat whole foods, to eat 3 times a day, and I've convinced you why eating whole foods is actually important. Now let's talk about how to eat. You've never actually been taught how to eat, right? You've just been told eat this, eat that, but no one has actually taught you how to eat. So let me teach you. I'm going to give you the 3 rules which are going to govern how you eat, and if you follow these 3 rules, then you are going to have an amazing time and you are going to enjoy your meals. So let's go on to rule number 1. So what do most people do when they are eating? 99% of people watching this, they eat while listening to a podcast, or they are watching a movie, or they are watching a video like this one. And this is very dangerous, and let me explain to you why. You see, your brain is like a supercomputer. It can do anything you want, but it can only do one thing. And when you try to do 2 things at once, your brain just becomes weak and it just messes up the whole thing. That is why scientists and professors keep telling you to stop multitasking, but you still don't listen. So when you eat while you are watching something, your brain just gets confused of some kind, and you end up being more susceptible to binge it. Which is why the first rule is you need to not do anything while eating. But even if you do nothing but eat and you still mess up the second rule, you are in for a hard time. If you noticed what happens when you are eating very fast, like if you put and you're like, and you like, the more you do it, the more you want to keep doing it. And if you keep eating fast like that, then you're going to overeat before you even feel that you are full. So you won't even stand a chance. So the rule which I was planning to give you at some point was just eat slower. But then eating slower doesn't actually make sense. It's like telling an overthinker to just stop overthinking, right? So I want you to try to chew 30 times when you are eating. And now you might think that chewing 30 times is a little bit too much, but just think about it. When you were a child and your parents told you to brush your teeth for 2 minutes, you thought that, 2 minutes is a long time, I don't want to do that. But the more you do it, the more you realize that, it's pretty normal, like 2 minutes is pretty normal. The same thing for you. Chewing 30 times a bite might seem like a lot, but the more you do it, the more you realize that, it's pretty normal. Now, rule number 3 is very important, and that is do not eat while walking. I'm sure you've seen those people who order something and then they're going to sit down and eat, but then they start eating while they are on the way to sit down and eat. That is very weird. Do not be that person. Now, what if you follow all these rules and you still mess up? Imagine you are training a 5-year-old how to ride a bike, and then you fall down. What are you going to do? Are you going to say, "What? Go to hell? Why on earth did you fall down? What? No. You're going to calm down, and you're going to say, "Okay, why did you fall down? Okay, were you not looking up? Were you not looking at the front? Were your hands not here?" Then you're going to analyze, and then you're going to tell the 5-year-old to get back on the bike and to keep going. I want you to treat yourself like a 5-year-old, and you are teaching this 5-year-old how to eat healthy and how to not binge it. And of course, when he messes up, you just be nice with him and you get him back on the plan and you just keep going. So far we've covered what to eat, why you should eat that, when to eat, how to eat, and what to do after you mess up. And if you want me to help you to implement this in your own life and in your own unique situation, then click the link in the description, and you can book a free call with me, and I'll see you on the call.